Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Pak Amazing Plus. Hope you all are doing well. So in this video, we are going to explore the incredible tale of the Titanic, discussing its ill-fated voyage, remarkable discoveries and the enduring fascination surrounding this iconic ship. So stay tuned with us and let's get started. The Titanic was a British luxury messenger liner that famously sank in the early hours of April 15, 1912 on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City, United States. The sinking of the Titanic is one of the most well-known maritime disasters in history. Here is a brief history of the Titanic accident. Dear friends, the construction of the Titanic began in March 1909 and the ship was completed in April 1912. It was the largest and most luxurious ship of its time, measuring about 882 feet long and 92 feet wide. The Titanic had advanced safety features such as watertight compartments which were believed to make the ship virtually unsinkable. The night of April 14, 1912, while sailing in the North Atlantic Ocean, the Titanic struck an iceberg. The iceberg ripped open a series of holes along the starboard side of the ship, causing it to flood. The crew realized the severity of the damage and sent out distress signals. The Titanic had lifeboats to accommodate only about half of the people on board. As per the regulations of the time, despite efforts to launch the available lifeboats, there were not enough to save everyone. As a result of over 1,500 people lost their lives in the disaster. Dear friends, if we talk about the sinking of the Titanic, so as the flooding world slant, the Titanic began to tilt forward, causing the stern to rise out of the water. Eventually, the ship broke apart and sank into the icy waters of the Atlantic Ocean at around 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1912. After many inquiries, news of the Titanic sinking shocked the world and led to widespread inquiries and investigations. The British and American governments conducted investigations to determine the causes and lessons to be learned from the disaster. So these inquiries resulted in improvements in maritime safety regulations such as the requirement for ships to carry enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew. The wreckage of the Titanic lay undistributed on the seabed for over 70 years until it was discovered in 1985 by an expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard. Since then, several subsequent expeditions have been carried out to study the wreckage and recover artifacts. The Titanic's tragic story has captured the public imagination and has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries. The discoveries of the Titanic wreckage have provided valuable insights into the condition of the ship and the events leading up to its sinking. The wreckage of the Titanic was discovered on September 1, 1985 by a joint American-French expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard. It was located approximately 12,500 feet below the surface of the North Atlantic Ocean, about 370 miles off the coast of Newfoundland. During the initial exploration, it was discovered that the Titanic had split into two before sinking. The bow section, where the majority of the passengers were, lay about half a mile away from the stern section on the ocean floor. Examination of the wreckage revealed extensive damage along the starboard side of the ship. The iceberg had caused a series of punctures and gashes which allowed water to flood multiple compartments. The weight of the water eventually led to the breakage and sinking of the ship. Dear friends, the condition of the Titanic wreckage varied depending on the location and exposure to the elements. Dear friends, multiple expeditions have been conducted to recover artifacts from the Titanic wreckage. These artifacts include personal belongings of passengers, ship components, and other items. The recovery efforts have provided valuable historical artifacts that offer insights into the ship's luxurious interior and the lives of those on board. The ongoing exploration and study of the Titanic wreckage have deepened our understanding of the ship's condition at the time of sinking and its subsequent deterioration. The discoveries have not only contributed to the historical record but also fostered a greater appreciation for the tragedy and its impact on maritime safety. Subsequent expeditions to the Titanic wreckage have focused on exploring the interior of the ship. Remote operated vehicles equipped with cameras and manipulator arms have been used to capture detailed footage and images of various parts of the wreck. While the Titanic steel structures have remained largely intact, organic materials such as wood, textiles, and leather have significantly deteriorated over time. However, in certain areas where the wreckage is buried in sediment, some organic materials have been remarkably well preserved. For example, boots, shoes, and other leather items have been discovered in relatively good condition. Advanced imaging technologies have been employed to create detailed maps and three-dimensional models of the Titanic wreckage. These techniques, including side scan, sonar, and photogrammetry, have allowed researchers to create highly accurate and representation of the site. To provide public access to the Titanic story, numerous exhibitions have been organized worldwide, showcasing artifacts recovered from the wreckages. These exhibitions aim to educate visitors about the ship's history, the lives of its passengers and crew, and the significance of the disasters. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable journey into the history and discoveries of the Titanic. Remember to subscribe to Pak Amazing Plus for more captivating content, and until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our world.